what's the deal with all the bank accounts? So the answer to that would be it becomes a more tangible representation of the funds you have available to spend on operating expenses. So a typical thing for an entrepreneur to do, especially when starting their business, is when they want to buy something, if they want to invest in something or spend money on something, they log into their bank account. They're not going to QuickBooks, they're not pulling up their P&L, they're not pulling up their balance sheet, they're logging into their bank account to see how much money they have to spend. But what they may not be thinking about is the fact that the money that's in their bank account is already set aside or will be spent on other things. For example, their payroll taxes. So the payroll taxes, they're going to come out, whether you like it or not. Sales taxes, those need to be paid. And so what can happen is a person will spend money that has already been allocated to another purpose without realizing it. And so what Profit First does is it takes the allocations out immediately. So sales tax has already been taken out and accounted for in another account. Your owner's pay has already been taken out of your operating expenses and has already been set aside for the purpose of paying you a paycheck. Your profit has already been taken out and set aside for the purpose of a profit distribution. And so when you log in to your bank account and you look in your operating expenses account, what you see is what you have to spend. So you're not overspending and then getting caught short when it comes time to pay yourself. Because let's face it, as entrepreneurs or small business owners, we're the last ones to take the paycheck. We make sure everybody else is being taken care of before we pay ourselves. We're always going to pay that vendor. We're always going to pay our team members before we take our own paycheck. And when something needs to get skipped, we're going to skip ourselves. And so what Profit First does is it already sets aside the funds that you need to cover your own paycheck so that you don't have to skip yourself, and that you can use that money to benefit your lifestyle, benefit your family, benefit your community, however you want to personally spend that money. That's already set aside for you. We make sense of what counts.